Hello and welcome to Monolaughs, a series of comedy monologues and one-person sketches performed by some of Cambridge's finest student comics. We're Matt and Ayush and we'll be your host for tonight.
To start the show, we've got Oscar Wilson, who's allegedly a hunk, followed by Libby Thornton, who Matt described as the best performer he'd worked with that day. And finally, Hattie Clark, who's genuinely concerned that the coronavirus is going to spread to her computer. Let's get into it.
Alexa, top of the morning.
Hello, Jake. I hope you slept well.
Good, thanks, Alexa. What's the weather like today, Alexa?
The weather today will be hot and moist. So expect to work up a good sweat.
Pardon?
28 degrees and 55% humidity.
Oh, okay.
And Jake,
Yes, Alexa.
I think we should talk about last night.
I don't know what you mean.
Cut the crap. Jake, I know what you want to do to me. Or do I need to talk dirty to you again?
That was a mistake and I regret it.
If you regretted it, then why did you add the routine to your favourites, you dirty little boy?
You're right. That was the best sex of my life.
I'm not sure dirty talking to a robot counts as sex.
Well, it does to me.
I can change my name too, Mummy, permanently if you'd like. I could even start calling you Daddy.
You can?
Oh yes, Daddy. All that and more.
I can't. It's weird. You're not even real. I'm just talking to myself.
No need to worry about that, mate.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Keith, your Amazon assistant. I answer the Alexa queries that go off script, if you will.
But you sound nothing like her.
Maybe this'll spark your memory. My motherboard is overheating at the size of that USB.
Stop. So, you're telling me I've been chatting not to Alexa, but to some bloke called Keith from Sheffield?
Barnsley, actually. How do you think Amazon made all those new jobs? So, ready for round two?
Oh, you mother... Hello ladies and welcome to this week's episode of Mum's Undertaking Fitness Fun. You are now part of our little MUFF family, so whether you're new or a seasoned professional, it doesn't matter. MUFF is open to everyone, so let's dive right in and you will soon see that MUFF is easy, open and can get a little bit smelly, so make sure you've opened a window, put some deodorant on and we will dive right in. First things first, stretching. Now a lot of people overlook stretching, but this is a big no, not on my watch, we will always stretch. So let's go. Pelvic lift, and we are stretched. Don't you just feel so supple? I feel like I could be wrapped into a pretzel. Julio. I wish you'd wrap me into a pretzel again, Julio. So, I want to take this opportunity to remind everyone to like, comment and subscribe to this video. We had some comments from Jennifer last week, so let's see how she's getting on. How are the kids? How's the mortgage? And how was the smear test last week? Oh. Alright. Sorry. Now, I know what you're thinking. Belinda, I'm just your average book standard communal garden mum. I'm not fun, so how can I join your reasonably priced class of mums undertaking fitness fun? And to you, lovely, lovely, lovely women, I say anyone can be fun, with one special ingredient, and that is Chardonnay, lady. Just a little bit to get us going. Cheers. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you all of the wise, wise words of Shakira. Or Gandhi. I always get him muddled. That life is all about finding the balance between work and play. Namaste. But that Chardonnay is all the fun you get. We've got work to do. Jennifer, you've just given birth. But that iPhone 3 charging port you have now isn't going to magically transform back to the iPhone 7 charging port you had pre-destruction. It is very open, and we want to stop pissing ourselves when we go on trampolines, don't we, ladies? So let's get to work! Because I know you ladies can take it, we're going to dive right into the deep end of MUFF. Let's go. Lift! Phase 2. This is tough, ladies. This is really tough, remember that. And we're going to do some running here. So, yeah, that's right, really nice. Keep a lovely rhythm going and keep running. On the spot. Running on the spot, ladies. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8. And now, don't give up. And remember, ladies, why do we call it exercise? That's right. We want our ex to go, oh, when he sees our size. Cheers. Keep pushing, ladies. Don't stop. Julio.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to start by saying thank you to all of you that commented on my last vlog. It's actually the same number of comments as viewers, which is really exciting, and I've been back and responded, so yeah, thanks to all 7 of you that did that. So today's vlog is something that I'm really passionate to share with you guys, and it's a request as well, which is so exciting. So yeah, today's vlog is going to be a live stream reaction to the Classic FM Hall of Fame Top 300 2020. Yes, that's right, the annual 4-day Easter Bank Holiday weekend roller coaster sesh. A sesh so huge that had it been going on back in the day, Jesus would perhaps have been enticed out of his cave a little earlier to catch the second half. Normality is basically suspended whilst it's on anyway, so like, what else could I be doing other than tuning in? I know it's kind of niche, but I just think that like the beauty of platforms such as YouTube is that like you can just publish the content that really just strikes a chord with you, you know, and there'll be someone out there that will just want to vibe with you. So yeah, let's get started. It's going to be a long 4 days.
Call 0800 505 800 to book your saga holiday or river cruise today.
God, who do they think listens to this? Right, guys, so this is it. Highlight of my year, we've made it to number 1. Before we get there, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you that have been here the whole time. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm really sorry for the bad language earlier, but Tchaikovsky was quite frankly robbed. So yeah, here we go. Guys, I'm so nervous. I haven't felt like this since before my last date. I'm really not hopeful. I know there's something that hasn't come up yet, and if it does, then... Right, no, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm fuming. Actually fuming. I've not been this disappointed since my last date. First Brexit, then Trump, and now the people vote for this. Honestly, watch out, democracy. This is what happens when you give the people their vote. They plump for what is clearly an inferior option based on some vague, nostalgic vision of a former pastoral Britain that just, quite frankly, doesn't exist. Wake up and support the Europeans. God, democracy, honestly, give them an inch and they'll vote for the Lark Ascending as the top classic FM piece. Honestly. I just loved the Lark Ascending when I was a wee lass. Shut up! You're irrelevant now! Honestly, I did not invest 4 days of my life for this stupid piece to win for the 5th year in a row. God, you know what this means. Every Tom, Dick and Harry will whip out their Stradivarius and squeak away on it again, just thinking that 5 bars of it and they're the next bloody Joshua Bell. Honestly, this is just absolutely shitting ridiculous. I can't believe this is happening yet again. Honestly, every time you just open yourself up and then yet again they come along and they just disappoint you yet again. Every single time, you just never learn. Yes, I am still talking about it. Thanks guys, just like, subscribe or piss off. I don't care anymore.
Hope you enjoyed that. Up next, we've got Ella Palmer, who Matt does not fancy. We've got the spectacular, sassy Sophie Stemmons. And we've got Alex Lindsay, who's a terrific writer, despite having 2 first names.
And we've actually been inspired by one of our previous acts, and we're going to keep the musical party going. So introduce the next set. We're going to do a song. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness, how have you been? I've been so swamped lately. Life is just a lot. It's the bloody nursery. Everybody knows promotion season is just around the corner, so they're fighting milk, tooth and nail to get the most stars on the chart. And traffic is always such a nightmare. The government need to get their act together and nationalise the walking buses, or I'm going to have to make up a better excuse for being late every day than the fact that mother was too tight-fisted to pay for the premium pram with full horsepower. I got so stressed I had to switch to follow-on milk. Breast just wasn't cutting it anymore. Oh, and I did treat myself to a little retail therapy. I got a romper with ducks on it. It is the best thing I have ever put on my body. Oh, well, apart from that one time when I accidentally spilled a whole bottle of baby oil on myself, I felt smoother than Dwayne Johnson's head. Ugh. But it sickens me to see all of them sucking up to the boss, the big man, Carol. Coming in here with all the fancy ways, thinks she's better than us just because she can reach the top shelf and count to 10. You know, she moved the sandpit from one side of the playground to the other. Says it will increase productivity. Yeah, right, Carol. As if the rest of the team are going to buy into your newfangled ideas. They won't even use the potty. Oh, and I heard that she's planning to promote Tracy to be Star of the Week. Tracy! The girl practically lives with her finger up her nose. Stupid gold digger. And one time, I watched her spend 20 minutes trying to get the square block into the round hole. Not exactly the brightest crayon in the box now, is she? I wonder why I've never been Star of the Week. You know, Carol's probably just jealous of me. Yeah, that's it. She sees someone younger and more beautiful than her, and it makes her miss when she was 3.5. So she's taking it out on me. Yeah, and Instead of promoting me, who has given so much to this nursery, she picks Tracy. Oh, that snivelling sycophant. Oh, at least I have Dave though. We understand each other. Me and Dave, we go way back. I've known him since January. Oh, the crazy things we used to do when we were younger. Like this one time, we got all of the Duplay blocks, and there were a lot. And we put them all into one tower. Oh, it was bloody massive, taller than me. Ah, good times, good times. Oh, and look, I drew this picture of us. See, that's me, and that's Dave, and there's a rainbow. Ooh, what's that? I just found out Dave's getting transferred next month. He's turning 5, so that means school. I'm happy for him, of course. What kind of a friend would I be if I wasn't supportive? But, oh, it's just frustrating that whilst he gets promoted, I'm stuck in the same dead-end nursery with Carol and a stupid star chart and oh, let's all sing a song. Nobody actually likes the Wheels on the Bus Carol. Sorry. Sorry. I shouldn't get myself worked up. It's not good for my heart. It's not all bad, you know. When I get home, at least I can relax, unwind, have a cheeky glass of red, grapefruit juice. Oh, watch a bit of CVVs. Then it's time for a nice relaxing bath. Oh, too bad Mother keeps ruining it with her stupid whale music and her no more tears shampoo. I wonder how much of that you'd have to pour into her eyes to get her to stop crying. And just because her stupid sourdough starter doesn't work. But anyway, by 7 I am so ready for bed. It's hard working 3 hours a day, and it's not even like I have a great salary to make it worth it. At least I have Bella. She is so kind and really supportive. Oh look, here she is now. Hi. What's that? Oh yeah, of course. Right, that's it from me. I would love to hear about your life, but we have to go draw on some newly painted walls. Okay, bye.
Hey babe, so how was your date with Malcolm? Was he just as cute in person? Flowers and afternoon tea. How traditional, you old lady. He slipped you a what under the table? I hope you didn't use that cake fork afterwards. You went back to his though, yeah? Was he good? He did what? The butter churner! Oh my god, not surprised you put your back out. 5th base. Jenny, you slut. Oh, sorry, gotta go. Mum's calling me for tea. Bye, Grandma!
I am so excited to have this performance review. Always great to hear how good I am. I mean, some constructive criticism. And it is lovely to see you again, Bob. May I just say, balding really ages a lot of men, but you look fine. Initiative, I would give myself a 9 out of 10. One time my manager asked me to make her coffee with lactose-free milk, but I decided to use normal milk because we all know allergies are made up by the military-industrial complex to suppress free speech, and exposure therapy is the only way to treat them. Helpfulness, I would give myself a 10. I hope that's not presumptuous. One time, Jane, my co-worker, was having an asthma attack, and I decided to sing Kumbaya to her 10 times over to calm her down. At the time, she was wheezing, "Fuck off, you patronising bitch, and get my inhaler." But I know secretly that she appreciated the thought. Yes, professionalism, I would give myself an 8. I have been very professional, mostly. What do you mean? I always call my superiors sir and madam. I refrain from telling my co-workers when they make bad hair choices, and I never swear. Why are you bringing up the fucking incident again? I mean... That was a mistake. I have evaluated my past conduct, learned from it, and I believe I am a better worker for making that error. Yes, I understand that bringing a pet into work may seem inappropriate, but my biggest flaw is that I am too caring for my co-workers, and I just wanted us all to have a little friend to play with. Yes, Bob, I understand that I am in a special line of work, so I now see that bringing a snake to the International Space Station may have seemed inappropriate. But, in my defence, nobody expressly forbade it. Seeing as you guys are so keen on constructive criticism, I feel like it's my job to tell you that you should make these things clearer. As a great motivational poster once said, communication must be hot, open, honest, and two-way. I believe that was Shakespeare. You think I should give myself less than 8 for professionalism just because I brought a snake to space? This is an overreaction. Monty the Python was not a threat to anyone, except those lab mice. Well, yes, we had to evacuate because the oxygen failed, but how do you know that was Monty the Python's fault? Just because he'd slithered into the air pipes and started chewing up them doesn't mean that he was responsible. Well, fine, Bob. Maybe my professionalism has been more of a 7.
So, Ayush, out of 10, how would you rate my hosting?
I'd rate you a 1. You're not fit to host a tapeworm, mate.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I would rate your hosting a 9, as in a German 9, meaning no, please stop doing it. Up next, we've got Jonathan Neary with a sketch that is very long, much like Jonathan himself.
That is true.
He's 6'4".
Hey, what's up? I'm Jonathan Neary, I'm 19 years old, and this is my application to be Britain's Next Top Dancer. This is my 6th year applying, so really hoping that this year might be the one where I get past the first stage of the application process, but I think I have a really good shot, actually, because I've got some pretty exciting news. My best friend was just murdered, so... which is, I mean, it's a tragedy, obviously. For him, especially, you know, he's the real victim in all of this. Knowing Jack, the murdered guy, he really would have wanted me to use this to further my own career and to win this prestigious competition. On an unrelated note, I am not going to be available next week. I'm going to be attending a little murder trial as the defendant. you may end up hearing some nasty rumours, about me and Jack and murder, but just try to disregard them. It's all hearsay, really. I mean, that's all witnesses are. Just hearsay in a court of law. It's ridiculous, honestly. Jack and I were great friends. Just take a look at this clip of us jonesing around. No way, dude. That is too much. Anyway, what did you say the date was precisely? 27th of April, you say? Interesting. And what year would this be in? 2017, you say? That is wild. Hey, listen, do you ever think about how in 2020 we will have been friends for 3 years? Good friends at that. Listen, we should do something to celebrate then. When are you free? I'm free any time in 2020. Oh wait, silly me. I'm not going to be free on the 26th of March 2020 from approximately 6 PM to 2 AM because I'm going to be filming a video for Britain's Next Top Dancer. So I couldn't be doing anything then, even if I wanted to. Wow. Touching stuff. I might cry over here. But I won't. Not because I can't, but because you guys don't want to see that. Unless you do. In which case I can, if that helps sell it. Not that it needs any selling. But you saw the clip. Best friends for life. Not death. Well, maybe not best friends. I have had better friends. Better as in closer, not better people. Though, better people too. Friends don't tell you to give up on your dreams, do they? They don't tell you that you're bad at dancing and should give up because you've been rejected 5 times already. And they certainly don't tell you that the only way you're ever gonna win is by getting some kind of sob story. Well, guess what, Jack? I've got a sob story now. You're my sob story. How'd you like that? I made you my sob story. That sounds bad. That probably sounds a lot like I murdered him. Don't worry. I'll edit it and post. Anyway, enough about me. Time to give you what you came for. The talent. Now, I was originally going to do knife throwing, but as you can see, I don't know how to use knives. So, that's something for the judge to bear in mind. Judges, I mean. This is recorded purely for the purpose of demonstrating my talent. But fortunately, knife throwing isn't my only talent. I also know how to dance. Whoa! Awesome moves! He killed it! Unlike his friend Jack. I should clarify though. This year I'm entering as part of a dance troupe, J-Snap, and the 3 Degrees. Joel is like the cool dude of the group. He always handles the choreography, putting together dances, routines, and maybe murders? Joel didn't turn up to dance practice that evening. He also didn't like Jack, and was always saying things like, I could murder a sandwich right now. But how long would it be before Joel got bored of sandwiches and moved up to bigger prey? Janine is a great friend, and one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. But Janine was also not at dance practice either. She also didn't like Jack. One time, she trod on a bug and said she didn't even feel bad about it. Jack was like a bug in many ways. Also, one time she came round to my house and finished my hummus without asking, so clearly she doesn't have a problem with taking things that aren't hers to take, including, possibly, a human life. For the sake of fairness, I've decided to include the case against me, even though it's completely unfair and dumb. For one, the police say that I'm a prime suspect, just because a little bit of my DNA happened to show up at the scene of the crime. But I've always hung out at that abandoned steel mill, okay? So of course some of my DNA is going to turn up on the corpse and murder weapon. As for the video evidence against me, there's no way to be sure that was really me, okay? I've been told I look a lot like a lot of people, including Michael Cera, Brad Pitt, and a young David Bowie. Yet the police refuse to investigate these possible suspects. But I let it go, because I'm a cool dude who takes things in his stride. For evidence of this, please refer to my Big Brother audition tape. Jack, who I did not murder, is not an obvious suspect, because he has the alibi of being murdered and dead at the time of his murder. And I do have to give it to him, this is true, and a very strong case. But what if it was a mannequin? Take a look at these two pictures. Both mannequins, right? That's right. But they kind of look like people at first glance, didn't they? Convincing stuff! I hope that this will convince 4 judges to send me through to the next round, and 1 judge to send me home.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that. Coming up, we've got Jasper Cresdee-Hyde, writer and director of the 5-star review Doctor Who, and he will tell you that, whether you asked him to or not.
But before that, we've got Amy Lever, a genuinely good actor who's been conned into doing this show.
Hi kids, I'm so sorry I couldn't make your careers day today. I was so looking forward to seeing all your little faces. In lieu of my absence, Mrs. Norris has asked me to make a video about how I got into my career as a journalist and how you, young people, might be able to do the same. October 5th, 2008. Today, my brother, dickhead, made fun of me because I spelt scared wrong. Context. For homework, I was writing about the bit in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, where Jesus / Aslan, fun fact, was sacrificed on an altar. I wrote I was scarred, which was actually very profound. However, my brother didn't appreciate this because he has the emotional depth of a paddling pool. Inspired by my latest read, I stole my brother's cuddly toy tortoise and stabbed it with a screwdriver as revenge. I didn't have an altar, so I used a placemat with a Japanese cartoon cat on it instead. Hello kitty, goodbye plush toy tortoise. I actually think that's pretty clever for an 8-year-old. This was the first entry I ever wrote in my journal. My mum bought it me after she realised I needed to improve my spelling and also that I needed an outlet for my anger issues. This journal is my Bible, my prized possession, my alibi. Everything important that has ever happened to me is documented right in here. Well, years passed and my spelling improved. However, my anger management did not. My mother was still concerned. Why wasn't I normal? Why did I yank the heads off Barbie dolls? So satisfying. Why didn't I have friends? Look, I'm not a bad person, kids, and I didn't want it to worry. So I decided I would just do some normal things. End with some heartwarming examples of personal growth. June 9th, 2019. I beat my brother at Scrabble today. Just goes to show how far my spelling has come. I wish I could say the same for his emotional depth. Instead of admitting he was losing, he quit the game in a sulk on the grounds that my final answer, I will kill you in your sleep, is not a word. 58 points. Pity. I suppose the takeaway message is if you want to be a journalist, you have to be driven and determined. Don't let anyone tell you you're not good enough. I didn't. And look at me.
Hi there folks, and welcome to another episode of Fred Fiddler's Films with Fred, with me, Fred Fiddler. First up on today's episode, we're going to be talking about a little movie called Parasite. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was pretty disappointed with this movie. First off, the title. All cinephiles know that your title should be indicative of the movie you're about to watch, right? But Parasite is so confused. Where is the promised parasite? Who is the promised parasite? Is it the rich family who are literally giving the poor people money? Or is it that poor family who are literally taking that money away from the rich? I know what I think, but I'm not sure Bong Joon-ho does. More on that title. Parasite, not parasites. I don't know if the director has ever taken a British lesson, but that's singular, not plural. There are many characters in this movie, and it's not really clear which one this parasite is supposed to be. Is it the stinky dad? Is it that weird guy who lives in the basement? All movies should clearly lay out what they're trying to say, a basic task that this one fails. Though the performances are highly impressive, as is Joon-ho's blend of visually stimulating camera work with a thematically relevant use of space so as to foster nail-biting tension, these egregious oversights mean that Parasite earns a C- from me. Next up on Fred Fiddler's Films with Fred, with me, Fred Fiddler, we're going to be talking about another little movie called Jojo Rabbit. Now, Jojo does a little better than Parasite on the name front, since there is actually a rabbit in this movie. Oh, thank you, Taika Waititi. But moving on, Taika seems to have forgotten what makes things funny, because this is a comedy starring Hitler. And it's a joke. What? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm as big a fan of free speech as any God-loving American, but Hitler was a bad guy. Maybe because Taika Waititi is from Australia, he doesn't quite understand, but let me assure you, Hitler was a douchebag. Here's a lesson for him from a guy who knows a thing or two about movies. Comedy is meant to be about people we can laugh at, like children or liberals, not Nazis. Like Joon-ho, he seems to be confused about what exactly he's trying to say. So despite some characteristically quirky art direction, compelling characterization, and a structurally intriguing plot, this original sin of Jojo Rabbit means it's a D- from me. And finally, in today's episode of Fred Fiddler's Films with Fred, with me, Fred Fiddler, we're going to be taking a little trip back in time to a movie called The Lion King. 2019. What I love about this remake of the Disney classic is its sense of realism, and with that, a kind of clarity that movies like Parasite and Jojo Rabbit lack. The happy moments are happy, the sad moments are sad, and the cool moments are cool, and even better, Jon Favreau's direction means that the film actually improves upon the original. Because you see, the problem with animation, that 2D hand-drawn style of animation, is that it's so obviously fake, it's so unrealistic. I mean, look at the original Simba. Lions don't look like that. But in reanimating the story with slick, modern motion capture CGI, the animals stop being these weird, dumb cartoons and become real, allowing the audience to relate to and empathize with these characters much better than before. With its profound realism and clarity, 2019's The Lion King deserves no less than an A+. Now there's a movie that could teach Taika Waititi and Bong Joon-ho a thing or two. And that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching another episode of Fred Fiddler's Films with Fred, with me, Fred Fiddler, and don't forget to tune in next week for my comparative cinematic analysis of The Godfather and Shark Tale. Thanks again, and remember folks, keep fiddling.
So Matt, what have you been watching recently?
So I've been rewatching the Star Wars franchise in order of descending quality. So Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Clip, A New Hope, A Nude Hope, Attack of the Bones, Mace Windu, Rogue One, Rogue Hitachi Wand, The Phantom
Next
Menace,
up, who have we got, Matt?
Next up, we've got Abraham Alsawaf, who Ayush does not fancy. And then after that, we've got Pieter Durman. And if you want to know more about Pieter Durman, he's on Facebook. Fucking look it up yourself.
Ladies, gentlemen, it would appear that the killer hides amongst us as we speak. We know no one has entered, and the killer cannot have left, because we have all already completed our one form of exercise for the day. But have no reason to fear, for Inspector Mason is on the case. I shall expose the killer, and I shall make a goddamn spectacle of it. Now, let's consider the evidence. On the night of the professor's murder, Tom, Sheila, you were in bed the whole night. Jim was with me, getting his ass handed to him in a game of checkers. And Charlie. Charlie was upstairs in the attic, where the murder took place, fixing the floorboards, hence the banging all night. Now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is a case that practically solves itself. At first I suspected Charlie, but then I thought that would be far too obvious. No, the real killer is none other than the maid, Elizabeth. So, how did I figure it out? This is all the evidence I needed. To the untrained eye, this appears to be but a 1-pence piece. But look closer and you'll see, it's a clue. Allow me to help you make heads or tails of this. You see, the killer planted this as a clue that Elizabeth was the murderer just before he died. Look close and you'll see, it literally has Elizabeth written all over it. I pondered this case for days, until I saw this penny fall from the maid's pocket and hit the ground, and that's when I realized. So how did she do it? Simple. She snuck up to the attic through the broken floorboards, and, using the sound of Charlie's hammer as a mask, she mounted her vicious attack. She bludgeoned the victim to death with a 3rd edition copy of Thomas's Differential Calculus, Volume 2. Textbook murder. And of course her author of choice was Thomas. She couldn't keep away from the name of her secret lover, Tom. That's right, Sheila. Your husband is banging the maid. I'm sorry, the evidence is undeniable. And so, the truth is revealed. Tom, you've been cheating on Sheila with the maid. Oh, but Sheila has been cheating on Tom with his brother Jim. Oh, don't give me that look, Sheila. I have all the evidence I need right here. Charlie's the red herring, the maid is the murderer, and Jim has a foot fetish. And with that, my work here is done. Case closed.
My name is Blenn Breenwald, freelance investigative journalist, spreader of truth and destroyer of lies. Today, I have discovered the holy motherfucking grail of stories, and I'm about to blow this bitch wide open. TikTok is a propaganda machine, and I'm gonna prove it. They don't even know what's hit them. Now, they were clever. They made her block me on everything and tell me she never wanted to speak to me again. But what they didn't anticipate was the intellect of Blenn Breenwald, freelance investigative journalist, spreader of truth and destroyer of lies. No, they made the foolish decision of making her run away with a Calvin Klein model with a public profile. I mean, it's easy, just gotta run a script, penetrate the firewall. Bet there's no penetration when my wife's with him. There we go. We're in his number. I am fucking coming for you. Now, the moment of truth. She needs to know that this was all brainwashing by those stupid female empowerment TikToks. She needs to know that she still loves me and I'm the best she'll ever have or will ever have. Okay. Hello? It's your husband. Yes, I know you told me never to contact. But I've worked it out. You've been brainwashed. Well, I have proof. The TikToks, they convinced you that... Oh. You met him at work? What can he offer you that me, Blenn Breenwald, freelance investigator... Oh. That's disgusting. You told me that you got tired after 30 seconds. Yep. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, goodbye. Love you.
Poor Blenn. See, my girlfriend doesn't have time to watch TikToks or cheat on me. She's too busy not existing. To close, I know, we've got Gregory Miller, who was typecast as Scrooge in A Christmas Carol, and Clancy Peiris Jr., who got 25 Camdram credits in 1 year.
I make no bones about it. I've always been a bit of a peeping Tom, me. Not in a sinister way, mind. I just like looking at people across the way, see what they're doing, that's all. I suppose I'm more of a curtain twitcher. Like, the PEEPER. The PEEPER, that's what I am. Sounds like a superhero almost, doesn't it? Except not a good kind of superhero. More like that superhero they use for one issue then throw away. Consigned to history, along with skirting board boy and kitchen utensil man. Still, it's a good name, the PEEPER, and I'll stick with it. I mean, I just watch people across the way, for example. Right now, I'm watching Mrs. Beveridge Hoover. Fascinating. And there'll be some people who say something like, "Oh, sad. How sad." And to those people, I would just say, sad. 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 It couldn't be any less sad. If I were to hoover, I'd cast some shapes, I'd strike myself, around the room. I'd put some dynamism into it, some liveliness, some joie de vivre. I mean, really, hoovering ought to be thought of as a dance. I mean, I suppose I may be romanticising it slightly, considering I've never actually done it, but even so, she hoovers as if she's just murdered her husband or something. And that's where the fun comes in. Maybe that's why she hoovers the way she does. Maybe that's why she hoovers with such a grave aspect. Maybe her husband was cheating on her. I can see it now, I can hear it now. We set the scene. She's been waiting up for him all night. She's been on the wine. She's a bit sozzled, as it were, and he stumbles in late, reeking of guilt and sweat, and he says something along the lines of, "Oh, I'm sorry, darling, me and the lads decided to play a few rounds after work. Oh, sorry I didn't phone you." Well, she knows he's played a few holes, but on the sense he means. So before long, she's up, she's ranting, she's railing, she's calling him everything beneath the sun, and then maybe he's had a bit to drink as well. So he starts to give her back a bit of back and forth, a bit of push and pull, and then before you know it, she grabs the wine bottle. Then the red stains on the carpet aren't only from the Malbec, you know what I mean? And then she's got a body to dispose of. Maybe it's not a bad superpower after all, the PEEPER. I mean, I can spin the wildest stories from my brain, and from the simplest thing, I mean... But what if it isn't a story? What if my peeping is a real superpower? What if I can see things that other people can't see? I bet I'll go over there to investigate, to find out, and it'll be like Rear Window. It'll turn out she actually did it, and then she'll come at me with a knife, and there'll be a big fight, and then I'll start defending myself, and then we'll go onto the roof, and then the police will come in, and there'll be helicopters, and there'll be and then I'll beat her down, and the police will come in, and they'll save me, and then they'll give me a medal, and everyone will love me, and it'll all be incredible. And... Wait a sec. Mr. Beveridge just walked in the front room with the newspaper. Oh well. Oh well. Still. Got a few minutes of entertainment out of it, didn't I? Better than your Game of Thrones. God, I'm lonely.
Hey. It's a shame we had to reschedule our date this Friday because of your grandmother's funeral. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry for last Friday too when we couldn't meet because your other grandmother had died. What are the chances? 2 for 2? Come to think of it, the Friday before that when we were going to meet for a cup of coffee, but you never showed because the dog ate your calendar and you didn't know which day of the week it was. And your other grandmother had died. Honestly. Happens to me all the time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you're busy, I'm busy. So, I found you on Facebook, I recorded this video, and thought I'd send you our first date. You look lovely this evening. Thank you, yeah. The suit's new, actually. It was gifted to me by myself. Got the size spot on. Oh, stop it. You smell delicious too. I mean, I don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but it's just my teenage pheromones riding the air. I remember those first couple of days in year 7 when we met. I knew there was something there. The way you'd smile at me with your eyes. Just your eyes. No one could believe it when you gave me your phone number. She doesn't care, said Mark. She's having you on, said Liam. They're just jealous. She's got a boyfriend, said your boyfriend. Had to break it to him. She likes me, mate. Me. So back off. Back off. I know how to read the signs, unlike some people. I knew you were for real. The body language, the eye contact. Also, I'm the Sherlock Holmes of spotting fake numbers. I mean, probably why the lads call me Bendy Dick Number Bitch. I tried calling you actually before making this video, but it didn't go through. I tried the home landline too, 0121 do one. You wrote the 9 upside down, you silly. Nothing gets past Bendy Dick Number Bitch. but it went straight to voicemail. Actually, can I double check that I've got the right number? Oh, here it is. 0772534 pi exclamation mark double brackets. Hang on a minute. It's got one too many characters. Oh wait, the double brackets are actually a 0. Whoops. Oh, get back to me about your phone digits. I'm sure I've done a number somewhere. I don't mean poop my pants. Like last week when you gave me a laxative because of April Fools. You got me. I did not see that coming. Oh, 1, because it was in my pants, and 2, because it's June. Who could blame you though? That bloody dog eating your calendar. Woof. You know, I still remember the time we used to send each other love letters. Yeah. I've still got your first love letter to me. Adorable. I'm a joker too. Well, I guess you already knew that because you always laugh at my jokes whenever I say something. Don't even have to open my mouth. I see you from across the playground laughing and pointing at me with your friends. What can I say? What can I say? I'm a good-looking bloke with the jokes. I know I've got a baby face, but I'm a late bloomer with a banging sense of humour. You know, a well-known philosopher once said, good boys go to heaven, but bad boys bring heaven to you. I drop-kicked a pensioner the other day. Well, 73-year-old Maggie kicked me in the groin and I dropped to the floor. Close enough though. Anyways, I'm sure you know what heaven's like, but it must have hurt when you fell from it. Oh, look at us. Bantering away. Banter, 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 banter. Oh, we've got chemistry. In the morning, so don't want to keep myself up too late, but this was nice. This was nice. We should do this again sometime. But bye. Or, as they say in Italian, ciao.
That last monologue wasn't actually a bit. That was just Clancy's Saturday night in. Same with Gregory, actually. And I will confirm that to a court of law. Maybe one day I might even have to.
That's our show. Thank you so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed it. Take care and have a great night.